Welcome to the Jamodi podcast, where we interview coaches and leaders to find out not just what they do, but how they do what they do. Becoming the best version of ourselves is Jamodi, just a matter of doing it. How does culture drive your performance?
Man, culture's everything. When we took over, So Ross, they'd had some rough years, and not just basketball and everything. And I don't think they had a winning season in 12 years when I joined. The athletic sport in any sport. Not just basketball, in any sport. Um, so I just kind of told myself I'm gonna do it my way. And if we get let go, we get let go. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to make some change here, and the only thing I can do is do it in basketball. Well, that first year we found a way to win. Recruited some great kids. First and foremost, and unbelievable high achievers. But found a way to win and host the conference tournament, and kind of set the the town on fire a little bit. And all of a sudden, you got other student athletes going, "Hey, uh, you know, if you guys can win, we can win." And you start seeing some things. And so everybody always asks me, say, how did you win there? Nobody else figured it out. Only one other coach had a winning record overall there. How'd you figure it out? To me, it was all about the culture. It was all about, working hard. It was all about high achieving. It was all about, big time competitive, and, being very competitive in everything we do, competitive players, competitive practices, everything we do was competitive. And at the end of the day, just doing things right, just working hard, doing things right. And, and so that all goes back to our culture. So, culture was, to me, was everything. And so we knew we had to go in there and establish it quick, and we had to uphold it. And even though people thought we were crazy, I inherited a team that won 5 games. And the year before, my team at Mary Hardin-Baylor, before we got let go there, only won 6 games. So, I'm in there saying, "Hey, we're going to win a championship." People outside of us said, "Man, y'all are crazy." But I told the guys, and they believed me. If we'll do this, and we'll work to this standard every day. And we worked very hard to establish that standard that first year. I mean, I can't tell you the type of battles that we fought. Just saying, "Hey, that's not good enough. We'll coach this way we've always done. I don't care. That's not good enough." We're going to finish this drill in X amount of time, or we're going to do this way. And if not, there's going to be consequences. And there was a lot of consequences that first year. My guys ran miles and miles of sprints. And we have these things called K-losses. And I won't tell you the origin on it because I don't want to embarrass K-loss, but we call them K-losses. It's where you got to go sit in every chair in the arena. You got to sit down and stand up. Next chair, sit down and stand up. Well, in an arena, it's got 3,000 seats. That's not easy.
No,
So
no.
we developed K-losses. So we had a lot of consequences, and people thought I was crazy. People thought I was being too hard on them. But what we were doing was establishing a standard of excellence that we're going to live up to. And after we established it, and after the guys bought into it, and they figured out how to live up to it, the years after that was pretty easy because it's kind of player driven, And so coming here to Mary Hardin-Baylor, we had to do the same thing, but just establish that. Well, we had such high achievers here. We were able to recruit high achievers that it wasn't very hard for them to figure that out and get there and stay there, So we didn't have as many consequences here as we did, when we started the program at Sul Ross. So to me, that's how culture drives our program every day. It's our culture of work and living up to a standard and expectations of being excellent in everything we do, not just on the court, off the court. We want to have the highest team GPAs. We want to have community service. We want to have the prettiest girlfriends. I mean, it's everything we do. We want to be, we want to win in everything we do. So that's how, that's our culture. That's our expectation. And so that kind of drives everything else.
Yeah. And that culture, that it's contagious. It's contagious positively, and or negatively. The more negative culture you have, that goes around. And I think it's interesting. I haven't heard it. Someone thinking of our program actually influencing the culture of other programs within our school. I really like that mentality that you had, that you took on there.
Well, guys look at, it is what it is. I probably should be a basketball coach, should be a cotton farmer. I'm a fat guy with a beard, but they say, "Hey, if he can win, why can't we?" Like if this guy can figure it out, then anybody. It's not like I'm not very smart. It's just, it is what it is, And so I think we started, having some people really look at what we do. and really, not just people in our school, but outside. I think other people in our conference, I think high school coaches really have looked at what we've done and kind of try to take some of that and try to implement what they do. It's been a lot of fun for me to see kind of the growth of our culture kind of growing out of our program and into other places. And that's been very rewarding for me. And it's been a way that I can contribute and give back to some other people that have been very good to me.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the Jamodi podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.